So today, we're going to dive into a really powerful idea. It's actually pretty simple, but it can completely change your life. I mean it. It's a philosophy for finding real joy and peace no matter what happens. It's called Amor Fati, which is all about the art of loving your fate.
Okay, let's start with something I think we can all relate to. Just think about a time when something happened that you really wish hadn't. You know, a setback, a mistake, something that just didn't go your way. When that happens, you're faced with a choice, a really fundamental one. What can you actually change in that moment?
And yeah, the answer's kind of obvious, right? The past, well, it's done. It's set in stone. We can't go back and change it. The only thing, literally the only thing we have any power over is how we think about it, our opinion of it. And just getting that, truly embracing that fact, is the very first step.
And that brings us right to this first big idea, the unchangeable past. To really get a handle on this, we can look back at some ancient wisdom. I mean, this isn't a new problem, right? People have been wrestling with this for thousands of years.
Almost 2,000 years ago, the Stoic philosopher Epictetus laid it out perfectly. Now listen to what he's saying here. He's not telling you to just be passive and let life walk all over you. Not at all. He's suggesting this radical shift in how you see things. Instead of constantly fighting to make the world fit your desires, what if you decided to desire what the world gives you? The promise he makes is huge. If you can do that, your life will start to flow well.
So, that leads us perfectly into our next big idea, the art of acceptance. This is the first really practical step on that path Epictetus was talking about. And it's not just some abstract concept. It's a skill. It's something you can actually practice and get better at. You know, the Stoics had a name for this. They called it the art of acquiescence. It's basically about accepting what is, instead of wasting all your energy fighting this impossible battle against reality. Think about it. It's about saving your strength for the things you can control and choosing peace instead of being in a constant war with your own life.
But here's the thing. That's just the beginning. That's just level one. Just saying, okay, fine, I'll accept this. That's not the end goal. The real masters of this philosophy, they don't just put up with reality, they go way, way further. And this is where it gets really interesting. We're going beyond just being okay with things. This is where we make the jump from being kind of passive about our fate to actively, positively engaging with it.
Just look at the difference here. On one side, you got acceptance. That sounds like, yeah, I wish it hadn't happened, but I'm okay with it. You can still hear that little bit of regret in there, right? But then, look at the other side. Amor Fati. That says, I wish for it to have happened exactly as it did. To actually want things to be as they are, to embrace it all, that sounds almost impossible, but that's the heart of it all.
And that powerful goal, that mindset, brings us to what this is all about, a love of your fate. This idea is so profound that centuries after the Stoics, another brilliant philosopher came along and gave it the perfect name. So even though the idea is super old, rooted in Stoicism, it was the 19th century philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche who really put his stamp on it. He managed to take all that ancient wisdom and boil it down into two perfect little Latin words. Amor Fati, a love of your fate. See, this isn't just accepting what happens, it's loving it. It's looking at everything, the good, the bad, the wins, the losses, all of it, and seeing it as not just necessary, but good. And I want to be really clear here. This isn't some clever mind trick to protect yourself from feeling disappointed. It's an actual, proactive formula for a deeply happy and resilient life. I mean, think about it. If you can genuinely love whatever happens, how could you ever be truly unhappy?
So you're probably thinking, okay, that sounds great, but how? How do you actually get there? Well, Epictetus himself gives us the recipe. He says to get to this place where you can praise whatever happens, you need two essential things.
So here it is, the recipe. It's just two ingredients. First, you need a complete view. That means being able to zoom out and see the big picture, not just the one painful moment right in front of your face. And second, you need a sense of gratitude. This is the practice of actively looking for something to be thankful for in every single event, no matter how tough it seems. And this is where it all comes full circle. This brings us to our final section, where we see how it all clicks together, how your life flows well. When you start to combine that big picture view with a real feeling of gratitude, you finally understand what Epictetus was promising. Your life really does start to flow.
When you boil it all down, Amor Fati is about this one huge shift. It's the journey from resisting and fighting reality to embracing and loving it. It's about putting down your weapons in the war against what's already happened and instead just opening your arms and welcoming it as part of your story.
So, I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. What if? What if you decided that the very next thing to happen to you, whether you label it good or bad, is exactly what you need? What if you treated it not as an obstacle, but as a perfect opportunity meant just for you?